Well, hello Teams 4, welcome to this video. Well, we start our second period with Unit 4, okay? You have the file with the exercises, they are all from the book, okay? So, in this class, we are going to work with this vocabulary, yes, in the book, we are going to work in the class with that vocabulary, but to use that vocabulary, which is based on adjectives, we have to there pay attention to the different ways, yes, in which we can use the adjectives. You're going to see in those pictures and in the exercises that there are some adjectives that end in ed and some adjectives that end in ing. For example, you can say surprised or surprising, bored or boring. Yes, so they are very similar, but the meaning is different. When an adjective finishes in ed, it expresses how a person feels. Yes, if I tell you, I'm surprised, it means, I'm surprised, I'm like this. Or, I'm bored. Yes, I have nothing to do, I'm bored. Okay, it's how I feel, how the person feels. If the adjective ends in ing, it describes a thing, a person, or a situation. But it describes what the person is like, yes, it describes the situation. If I tell you, it was a boring film, so I felt bored. But the film was boring. I'm describing the film. Yes? As a consequence, I am bored. La película es aburrida, entonces yo estoy aburrido. Pero estoy en ese momento. Yes? I feel bored because of the film of that moment. Yes? If I tell you, I'm surprised, yes, it's because the film was surprising. Yes? I'm describing something and then I tell you how I feel. So it's very important that distinction, yes, between ed and ing in the adjectives. So we're going to work with that in the class. If I tell you Peter is boring, it means that he's a boring person. It's a characteristic of him. I think that he's boring. Él es aburrido, yes, it's his characteristic. Now if I tell you Peter is bored, it means that it's how he feels in a particular moment. Él está aburrido por X situación, because he has nothing to do, because he's in bed, because he's ill. Yes, it's just how he feels in a moment. Okay? Well, so we're going to work with that. But you have to do the exercises beforehand, so then we check. And then the second grammar point we're going to deal with has to do with phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs to express certainty and possibility. So let's start with the modal verbs that express possibility. They are may, might, and could. The three phrasal verbs express possibility, okay? Something that possibly occurs. The difference between them is minimum, then I tell you, but we're going to use them as synonyms, yes? So if I tell you, it might rain tomorrow, and tell you that it's possible that it rains tomorrow, okay? Podría llover mañana. That is might or may or could. Or I tell you, John may come to visit us this afternoon. It's a possibility. Yes, if I tell you John may come, John podría venir, I'm telling that it's a possibility that he comes to visit us. Okay, so may, might, and could, possibility, para algo que es posible que suceda. Okay? And then we have must and can't. Must and can't are used to express certainty. What is certainty? Certainty, well, in Spanish would be certeza. Yes, it's when I refer to something that I'm almost sure that it's like that. Yes? Con los otros tres yo hay una posibilidad que algo suceda. Si yo uso must o can't, estoy casi segura de que algo es así. I use must for affirmative certainties, yes? When I am sure that something is like this. And I use can't when I am almost sure that something isn't like that. For example, if I tell you, oh, look at her, she's crying, yes? She must be sad, debe estar triste. I'm not 100% sure, no lo sé al 100%, pero estoy casi segura that if she's crying, she must be sad, debe estar triste. Okay? Dicho de otra forma, she's crying, she can't be happy, no debe estar feliz if she's crying. Yes? Es el must y el can't para decir algo que debe ser o no debe ser, ¿sí? Que estoy casi segura que es o casi segura que no es. Yes? De cierta forma. So, might, may and could, possibility, quizás, a lo mejor, tal vez. Must y can't, estoy casi segura que es así. Yes? In all the cases, they are followed by the infinitive verb, siempre seguido de infinitivo. It might rain. John may come. She must be sad. Always the verb in the infinitive after these modal verbs. Okay? Well, so we're going to deal with that in the class. And then I left some exercises that have to do with music. Yes? This part of the book. Yes, está todo ahí en el libro. But that is vocabulary. Okay? We're going to check everything in the class. But well, the grammar I wanted you to and to know, yes, to have a pre-explanation of the topic. Yes, this fall. See you in class. Very good. Bye bye.